Hi, this is Janie Hill doing a subject guide in video games for public libraries for LIS 531 Collection Management. So, according to the ALA Librarian's Guide to Gaming, video games epitomize library as third place, create a community gathering spot between home, work, and school, encourages play, socialization, and cultural enrichment. But what is the definition of video games? Well, according to the ALA, video games are information combined with the human act of telling stories presented in digital formats that involves players. Games can fulfill a library's mission to provide cultural, recreational, and entertaining materials, and to provide academic curriculum support. So, there are a few questions regarding the scope of video games. For example, are video games an art form? They are an art form, but for the purpose of this resource guide, we are sticking to the ALA definition. This resource guide is about video games as defined by the ALA, suggesting that a digital format is the different factor that separates video games from traditional games like board games. So, what is the main audience regarding video game and video game programs in public libraries? Well, the primary target group should be by most public libraries suggests that children and teenagers, which make up about 19% of an average U.S. community, and children and teenagers who come into the library play video games, and in doing so, it, it increases the circulation checkouts by 15 to 20% because libraries have a video game collection. They strategically place books that are based off of video games or vice versa, games that are based off of books near where they have their gaming their gaming setup, their game room setup. But that said, it is in my opinion that video games are for everyone, and public libraries should create programs for children, young adults, and adults too. And this includes seniors. So the ALA has suggested that there are three core types of video games when it comes to developing a collection. That includes social games such as Mario Party, Super Smash Bros., and this is often four or more players. There's the narrative type of game, which is plot driven based on storyline, and this includes role playing games like Final Fantasy, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. And then there's educational, which is knowledge based like strategy, trivia, and Math Blaster. And they also suggest that when buying or purchasing video games, that libraries should purchase games that are rated E for everyone. And this would avoid, challenges by parents who might think that games that are rated M for mature inappropriate for public libraries, resulting in shelf removal. So some of the special challenges related to video games is that oftentimes when a library is exploring developing a collection, you have some more conservative community members that want to justify why funding should be given to developing video games. Some people believe that it is a waste of budget. Purchasing gaming equipment, especially the newer game systems like Xbox, Wii systems, PlayStations, even purchasing a used version, it still can be expensive. You might have the risk of, machines or, controllers breaking or games being scratched, and the cost to replace those can add up for a library budget. Also, space and noise is another major challenge, especially for smaller libraries that are looking into developing a collection and game programs. Finding a space in the library that won't um, affect other members in the library because of noise um, can be an issue. So that concludes my short little video on video games. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to class discussion. Thank you.